This is a simple structure of a ground mount system, and in this case we found used recycled galvanized 3-inch angle off a irrigation system, and set that in concrete to make this structure, and set this panels here. Now you can see how we're using the M215 microinverters that change it from DC current, from the DC current of the modules, to AC here, and it goes into here, and we have this tied into 4 circuits here, and then one set of number 6 wires going back to the house because it's a long run. But that gives us a disconnect right here that always could be used for service and shutting that off. One thing about these microinverters is anytime this is shut off for any reason, or the electricity goes out or whatever, these will shut down and they won't put out any electricity. So if there's a storm coming in and your electricity goes out, your solar's out too, for the anti-islanding effect of not shocking your electrician when they're not expecting that. Anyhow, this has been a real effective, simple system that has got 25-year warranties on these. These have 25-year warranties, and I think it should have an expected lifespan of 30 to 50 years. So if we can pay this off in 7 to 10 years, where can you get a better investment? One of the real advantages of a ground mount, and this system is one of the best producing per module to date, is that counterintuitively, the colder these panels are, the more electricity they put out. And so when you have it on a ground mount, you have the full air movement, full cooling effect, and so they also put out more electricity when they're cold and when they're very well ventilated. So that's one of the advantages of a ground mount. Now, we started out with 16 modules here, but since we went ahead and put on an electric water heater to use the electricity, and it's using a little bit more instead of the propane, we decided to add another 4 modules, and we had already put this up to start with. You can see some of the mechanics of how that's put together, the mid clamps, the end clamps, and the rail. Now these microinverters, you can see when the green lights are blinking that means everything is good as far as communicating and putting out. If it's bad, it'll have a different light. But this is also online, where you can see the whole output in real time on this, of how much, the whole history of this system and the other systems. And if there's ever any problem with this, they will send me an email and they will send the customer an email as well. So that if there's any problem, you will know. If one of these would go bad, it only affects this one module instead of the whole system, which is one of the advantages of the Enphase inverters.